Good morning.
Good morning.
So the first project on the homestead is that we need to fix the water system. So we have on the land already a water reserve, like a 10-meter long.
15 to 20, I would say.
And how deep?
It's like a meter. The whole thing.
Deep.
It's like 1.5 meters.
So 1.5 meters by 15 to 20 meters. Water reserve.
May I say something?
Yeah.
The house is not on the water grid, so that means we need to be off-grid with it. We could make a trench towards the communal water system, but we want to be off-grid with our own water reserve.
So that means that we need to dig a trench which will be about 50 meters long and around 40 centimeters deep, so we can lay new pipes for the water reserve, which is at the bottom of the land, up to the house.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
We can't use the existing water pipes because they're out of metal and they're really rusty and they're falling apart and have holes everywhere. So that means that we need to put in new pipes. We will do it with these PVC pipes, which are drink water quality. We need to put in the water pipes and also an electric cable that we can let run the water pump then. So which goes into this trench as well. And from the trench down there we had the idea to make a Abzweiger. Another cross.
Another direction.
Yeah. We had
a
split.
a split. Yeah, so we can run.
Are you British or am I? We had the idea to make a split down there to direct the water or prepare the water pipes for the ruins then, so we don't have to like dig a trench again and install these things.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to do like 2 irrigation points, which is one is like down here and one is up in front of the house. So we can water at least this bit behind us.
Yeah. So in this video we'll be sharing our process from start to finish of renewing the water system.
Yeah.
Good.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong when I'd already found my home. Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, a place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
Fantastic weather to dig the trench. Yesterday we ended up 15 meters up there, and today in the morning at 6:30 we started, or I started. Um, so now I'm already half an hour on this bit here. How you can see there is going like a path down, and this is really compressed soil, which is really hard to dig up. But we are getting there. Like now the trench is plus minus 30 centimeters. But I think the thrust depth, the thrust depth is like 50 centimeters. That means that I have to go up again, dig it a little bit deeper. But at the end of this day, this trench is done. I can promise you that. So yeah, then we lay the water pipe and the new cable, attach it to the water pump, dig the trench in the wall, and then we are prepared for Monday when Antonio comes and yeah, attach me the PVC pipe onto the metal pipe which is in the house. Sorry for my outfit, it's not really sexy, I know. So this is my masterpiece here. It looks like an ancient arch. So to explain, first I cut it this one, and on the 90-degree angle, I thought we need another angle for the pipes, which takes a lot of space. And then I thought we could like lay it directly with a curve in, and then we don't need to have any angle or any fitting to make a 90-degree angle or something with the pipe. Then I thought I leave this one for the electric cable, but like if you put a 90-degree angle in the pipe where the cable is in, it's really hard to put it through. So then I thought I make this little curve as well, and now it looks like a ancient arch. But we will close that as soon as the pipe is in. We fix it now with some nails, and then we with concrete we close it, and then we have all of the electricity and the pipes up where it needs to be.
Hace 2 días aceptaste la invitación y llegamos ya bien lejos.
So I've spent a long time digging the trench this morning.
Oh.
So 20 more.
20 more, yeah.
Okay. Something that's also proven very hard is everywhere you dig there's ants' nests. So we're really trying to not disrupt the nests. So this is a lot. It's also very time consuming. But here there's a huge nest. And you need to dig down, so...
Tú y yo estamos juntos sin intercepción, sin ruido, solo deseo. Nos miramos a los ojos, mar Caribe en el fondo. El deseo se hace profundo cuando yo toco tu piel. Cuando yo toco tu piel.
We need to put in now electric cable inside the tube that we can put it in the trench after. And because this is 100 meter from 100 meter and this is just 50, we need to lay it straight down that we can put in the electric cable. And here you can run down. Upstay.
Yeah.
Concentration now.
Sorry, yeah. Let me set up the camera then.
No, I will leave it up to you.
And I just walk back.
Yeah, we need to check. This is right what we are doing.
This is like Brittany, the snake. What?
You need to let it doesn't work like that. You just need to give it out to me. A little tip for all of you guys: never ever criticize your wife. Pull? You can pull it. Walk down. Another 10. Pull? You can pull it. So really, that was no joke. Now I have to say sorry 100 times. That's alright, because I love this girl.
But I think I could pull it a bit more.
Yeah, pull. Let it go.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very good trick.
It's more going.
Yeah, like we pull it and I push it, then I hold it together and it goes.
Again?
Yeah.
So now we've passed 38 meters of the cable through the pipe. What do we have to go?
12.
12 meters to go. Let's do that. It's like doing a tug of war with yourself. Some reflections. So it took us in the end 3 hours to put the electrical cable in the black tube. As you can see, our centerpiece on the table. So we were putting it through and it was going very well, but we used a method where you attach the electrical cable to another cable, feed this through, so then you can pull it at the other end.
Alright.
And we taped the 2 wires together, and then after about 2 hours work, or maybe an hour and a half work of putting the cable through, then it snapped where the tape was.
When I wanted to pull out the cable, yeah.
When he was pulling it from the other side of the other end. So then that set us back quite a lot of energy, time and patience. And then we did a little bit more tug of war for another hour and a half. And now finally we have it through. So now we have a 100-meter electrical cable. So then in the morning we will attach it above the house, so then we can have water. Yeah?
That's
Correct.
the plan.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Her brain is not working anymore. It's the morning to install electric cable at the water system of the house. So I'll take you with me and I'll show you the system up there. Antonio came, the neighbor, to unlock me this pipe. So now we can attach the PVC pipe onto the existing metal pipe. So, and this is the water system. So on this bit we install now the electric cable, and this is the tank, which is filled by the water of the pump. This is the tank. So always check there is no electricity still on. There's none then. So electric cable is on. I bought like a 3-pole cable because I'm used to that from Switzerland, and we came here. I found out that they never work with grounds, so it's just not grounded, nothing.
So now we've attached the electric cable upstairs above the house and run it down all the way through the trench down here, and then this is the fontana where the water reserve is, and now Roberto is attaching the other end of the electric cable to the pump.
And if it isn't working, then we know the problem is the little valve, like this thing where we attach the cable upstairs. When it doesn't close the electric circuit, then it doesn't work, obviously. But we will find out in some minutes. So here is obviously rock, and they just dug like 15 to 20 meters inside the rock, and the water comes from the land and drips into this reserve, yeah. So we have ground filtered water. And by the way, why are we doing all this work we are doing? This here is the existing pipe. I don't know if you can see it, but here is full of water. Something doesn't work right down there. I attached the electric cable down, so we have electricity down there, but the pump still didn't work. But I saw that it leaked some water, and I found out why. Because I forgot this tiny little thing, this tiny little sealing in the pump, and the whole system doesn't work. You know what's the good thing? I will never forget that anymore. This ring I explained before, it comes down here and it seals the holding ring, I think, let's say. It sucked in air in the pump and it blew out air in the pump, so it couldn't function. That was the props. But now we fix it. Try number 17, maybe? But we have water.
But they celebrated too soon. They did not have water.
Water.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Shaving the belly with a rusty razor, shaving the belly with a rusty razor, shaving the belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober early in the morning.
Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up.
A lot easier with a hammer. Like, we have got, like, I think everything, just not a hammer, which is a little bit sad.
She rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
So, now it takes shape. This is the water pipe, this is the electric pipe. So we can get concrete and fill the trench of concrete. So here is another angle, here, and here's one irrigation point, and then we go the rest down, where is another irrigation point. So this is the piece now for the irrigation point. Here comes the water, here it goes to the house, and here we have a drain or a tap. Stupido! My teacher always said to me, you are not an idiot when you do a mistake. You are just an idiot if you do the same mistake twice. So I'm an idiot because I did it 4 times now. So this time, dear teacher, I don't do the same mistake again.
So you're not an idiot?
I'm not a super idiot.
Not just an idiot.
Just like an idiot.
Not a big idiot.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah?
but I learned that this is a scraper. It makes it a lot easier for you if you know the English names of them, because then you can give proper advice. Not like me, like the wooden thingy with a metal end. So let's clean it out. Clean it out.
And up she rises way, hey, and up she rises way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
I hope it's clean now, and now we're ready to try if it works. Now we're ready if it try if it works. Sorry. And a wonderful good morning. It's another day. Yesterday was another day where I couldn't provide a shower for my wife. So the pipes were all installed. We turned on the water pump, and for a quick time the water came into the house, but then it stopped immediately again. So on this irrigation point here, the water ran as well, just like a little bit, and then it stopped. And on the irrigation point down there, when I turned it up, the water started to flow, and it started to flow up here again. So I found out that like the pump has a certain pressure. When it drops to this pressure, the pump starts, and this is too low. So it means when we get water in the house and the pressure drops, it doesn't drop enough low that the pump starts again. So I was googling yesterday and watching some YouTube videos, and I found out how to adjust this pressure. I think this is the only problem we have right now. Anyway, we're in the time of YouTube now.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
So we just need to adjust the pressure of the pump this morning, test it again, test both irrigation points and test the taps in the house, and then we should have water.
I know I did say that a lot of times.
Every day.
But this time I'm really sure that this is the last thing we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take you with me down to adjust that. So we're down at the pump now. Down here is the pressure manager. So first of all, there should be no electricity on before we work. Here's the ceiling we want to put in again. This is really uncommon for everyone who is mechanics 9. Alright. So there is these 2 screws, I don't know if you can see it. And there is this big one where we can adjust the start pressure, and this one is the delta pressure. So we can adjust the pressure goes from, let's say, 2.5 bars to 5 bars. But this we leave for the moment like that. Let's try it like that. I really love YouTube because you can find out everything you wanna. Turn it on, call Emily that she should open the tap. Yeah, put the switch on first. Now open the tap. Can you open the irrigation point outside? Pressure doesn't drop enough. Nothing. Okay, you can turn it off. This was not enough. More energy. Yeah. Energy. I forgot to unpack it before I use it. It's not good, guys. Don't do it like me. Pump works. Pumping. Pumping. It's pumping. Hello. The pump works now. Good. Now open the top. And just leave it open, please. Does it get less? It stays. It stays. It still comes the same. Can't imagine it. Now I need to adjust it again. It needs to be a little bit higher. Okay. I'll call you. You can close it. Bye. Okay, can open it up again. Now you can open the tap in the bathroom as well. Nothing. Okay, 2.15. Right, I'm coming up. We're getting there. So now, when it drops to the pressure of 2.2 bars, the pump starts. Which, yeah, we need to see day-to-day living if it's alright or not. But other than that, I know how to adjust the pressure. So Emily opened up the tap while I was downstairs at the fontana to adjust the pressure, and then she said from this thing here flows water out, which is the drainage system. Is this the right word?
Yeah.
So we run from problem into the next problem. And let's check what's hiding underneath here. Alright. What in the carton, toilet paper? Look at that beauty. Oh, wash this out. This is normally for electric wires, but we misuse it now. We misuse it now. It is fixed. Here's now everything finished. The cable is made up there. Excessive cable is off. And you see my masterpiece. Good work, no? Okay, let's say you can make a little bit better all of the cables. Make it a little bit cleaner, but for the moment I think it's alright. So I put already in the pole, and here we will put this angle, and then we'll have an irrigation point here. Remember me that I need to put that out and the pipes in first. Okay.
Cool. And then we make one up as well.
One we make up as well, but we make first this one. Attach this one onto here, pick the trench up, and then continue upwards. So we can like smooth out the trench again, that there is no stones underneath the pipe.
Yeah.
If someone out there has an advice how I can cut a pipe straight, please let me know, because I really can't do that.
Well, I was born just west of the river, Mississippi mud running in my veins. And on the road is where I found freedom. And hotel rooms is where I found peace. I spent my whole life running my world. It's gonna be a long way home. It's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul. We started off before I started school. Mom and Dad said we're headed south, we're gonna move. Well, I hung on for a year or two after, but I forgot the house and trail ridge road. I spent my whole life running.
Oops, I almost did it again. I'm lost in the rain. It is a stupid thing. So, if you could hold me that, my fantastic wife. Right.
Oh god.
I think it's a little too strong then. Yeah, but this goes nowhere. But we have our first irrigation point. I know the orange pipe doesn't really look very sexy, but yeah. So because the sun is now already high, it gets warm, we go to work on a little bit of shadier place now.
In a cafe.
And this time, they had it.
So far, you should know our little friend here. Another day of work. The trench is prepared now. We leave out the excessive water within the pipe on this irrigation point, and then we are ready to open this bit up, put on the water pipe, and then the water pipe is prepared, and then we just have to do the electricity. So let's go then. Oh, look there, what we almost lost here. So, and then how we learned, first this one, yeah, And now this one is just fitting to close the pipe, which we want to install at the end of the ruin pipe. So I'll check if the sealing is in. Yeah, it is. Make sure that this is up first. Now is the moment of cutting up the electric cable, sorry, which is always a little bit, is it on the same spot? And but yeah, I think we are right like that. Good. Good. So Emily did walk up now, and she will turn me on the switch, and then we can check if we have electricity here. I'll say it's on. Yeah, it's good. It's also good. It's also good. Yeah, this works. You can turn it off. Good. No electricity anymore on. Wait. Now I isolate. Good. So electricity is on the other side. Now we can close this bit. Now sealing on. There is actually also another way for this little fuse boxes where you could fill it with isolation like silicone, but I actually didn't prepare that back home, and here I couldn't find it. And this is IP68, so it should be dry, and there should nothing happen. One hand here?
Why?
Yeah, right one. And here you push down. So. yesterday while I was sleeping, like it came something into my mind, because we like dug this like pipes down that we can access the split points, and I thought, this could be actually like an animal trap in there. So what we need to do as well before we go is to cover that no like lizards or moths or something can go in there, because otherwise they're how you say, signing the
Death.
signing the death.
No.
Huh? Then yeah, they're deaf.
Dead.
That's then they're dead. So after some days with the water of the fontana, we wanted to check how it's regenerating. I don't know if you can see it, but here was the level before and here it's the level now. So we used, I would say 10 centimeters. Let's see if this is enough for the next summer. Massive slug, just that you see, it's as big as my finger.
All in all, the process of the water system took us around 10 days to finish, but in this time we were also doing some other projects alongside the water system, which you will see in the upcoming videos. On reflection, using a digger would have dug the trench very quickly, and we do realise this, but actually we really enjoyed the process of digging the trench by hand, especially as it was one of the first jobs on the land. It felt very grounding and rewarding for us, even though we were physically exhausted. But in this process of digging, we were able to observe things like the quality and the texture of the soil, what things are growing on the land, and what insects and wildlife there are. And it allowed us to get very hands-on with the earth. Whereas if we used a digger for this process, we would for sure have missed out on some vital information this time around. So now the water pump functions and we're able to have water in the house and at both irrigation points, which is a fantastic starting point for us on this journey. There has been no running water in the house for over 8 years, so you can imagine that to flush out the existing taps was quite a challenge. This video is just the first steps in the water journey here. The next thing that we need to do is to get a water filter for the pump to purify the water before we use it. We did accidentally drink a bottle of this water that we set aside for testing, but we felt completely fine. But anyway, we will still install a filter. At the time of installing the water system, it was in mid-August of 2024, and the average temperature that we were experiencing on the land was around 34 degrees Celsius, which was way too hot for us to install the solar panels on the roof, which was one of the jobs that we really wanted to do. But there's no shade on the roof of the house, and the house faces south, so that means that we have the sun from the morning until the evening with no respite in between. You will see us install the solar panels on the roof in the upcoming videos, and this is when we will connect the water system to solar energy, and this takes it completely off the grid. Thank you for joining along on our journey, and for the support on the channel so far. This has really blown our minds already. We're really excited to make another homestead a community, to learn from each other and to connect on these projects together. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.